Everybody, it's Debbie O'Neill of Scrap Me Quick Designs in the Let's Learn Cricut Explore Facebook group, and today I'm going to share with you something fun. My readers have been asking me, what's the difference between the Cricut Explore Air 2 and the Cricut Explore Air machine that's currently on the market? Cricut Explore Air 2 just came out October the 5th, 2016, and it debuted on HSN. Now, it will be available in retail stores later this month, and so you'll start seeing it. So how are you going to know the difference between the two machines, and why would you want this one over this one? So I'm going to review that with you. First off, right off the bat, you're going to notice that the Cricut Explore Air 2 is a solid color machine. So that's your first clue. The second thing that you're going to notice is this one has chrome accents and white trim, as opposed to the Cricut Explore Air machine here that is white that has color trim on it. Okay, so those are differences that you'll actually see. You'll notice that both machines are the same size. They have the same features, they cut the same materials. So they both have the cup holders, they both have the ports for linking up your Cricut cartridges. They both have the smart cutting dial, which makes cutting all the kinds of materials easily. They both cut the same materials. One does not cut more different materials than the other. They cut the same materials. They both use design space. They both open up. They both have the tool drawers. I can reach this one easier. So there's drawers here for storing your tools. And if you are new to Cricut, you definitely want to get a few of the tools. You'll need a spatula, a weeding tool, and the score tool for sure. And then I always recommend that you also have the scraper tool. This will come in handy. And your blades can go in this smaller one, and then also if you want to do deep cutting into much thicker materials, you can also store a deep cut blade that you purchase separately here. Now the blade comes installed on the Cricut Explore Air machine as it does with the other machine, so your blade will already be installed in this machine. And so if there's all these similarities, what's different other than the color? Okay, so the thing that's different about the Cricut Explore Air 2, wait for it, it cuts 2 times faster. It writes 2 times faster. Yes, it does. I knew Cricut said that it did, and until I did the test myself, I was a little leery that it really cut and wrote that much faster. It does, guys, it really does. I have a separate video that you guys can watch where I'm comparing the cutting with both machines going at the same time, cutting the same thing, writing the same thing, okay? So that's the biggest difference between the two machines. They both have wireless capabilities. They both will work with the Apple iOS devices. Now I do want to mention that the Cricut Explore Air 2 is not going to work with Android right off the bat. The Android app from Cricut is coming out very soon, and it will not be able to work with the Cricut Explore Air 2 machine. So I wanted to let my viewers know that, because I know some of you have been anxiously waiting for the Android app. You can certainly use the Android app with the Cricut Explore Air original here, but you would not be able to use it right away with the Cricut Explore Air 2. Okay, just want to make sure. If you're new to Cricut and you're thinking about getting a new machine, this is the latest model, and so it might be worthwhile to invest in that. And with all the Cricut machines, they do provide a lot of great help, and in your box you're going to have a little Let's Get Started guide, and there's a link to a site that you go to that shows you how to get set up, get your machine set up, get set up in Cricut.com so you can get your Design Space account, which is free, by the way. And so you get this in your box. You also have everything you need to actually do your first project. So you get a 12 by 12 cutting mat. So this is what your material goes on. Okay. You also get some Cricut Cardstock, and there'll be a project after you get your setup done where you can actually make your very first card. All right. And you get some Cricut iron-on material so that you could cut this out and iron it onto a shirt or a pillow or whatever you want to iron it onto. And you also get a pin, a Cricut black pen that goes into the housing in the Cricut Explore Air 2. And you get 100 free Cricut images that are specific for the Cricut Explore Air 2 machine that'll be downloaded to your Cricut.com account as soon as you set up your machine, and you'll get access to 50 free Make It Now projects that are already designed for you, and all you do is hit the button on the Cricut and cut them out and be able to create some beautiful projects right away. Anyway, so I think that's really cool that Cricut's done that. For those of you that are purchasing the Cricut Explore Air 2, you'll have access to that. Cricut also sells the Cricut Access Library subscription, and that gives you access to 30,000 images and projects in Cricut Design Space. And you can purchase that either on a monthly basis, month-to-month basis, and it's $9.99 a month, or you can purchase a year subscription, which is only $95.88 a year. And those are great values, particularly for those of you who are just getting into working with the die cut machines and Cricut. That's a great way to get in and start working with all the different images that are available to you. And of course, in Design Space, you can upload your own images as well and be able to cut them with the machine. So it will be available on Cricut.com and also in a couple of the major craft retail stores. Right, so please let me know if you have any questions about the differences between the Cricut Explore Air 2, this one, or the Cricut Explore Air. I'm happy to answer those for my viewers, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any more videos I have coming out about the Cricut Explore and Design Space. And also come join us over at the Let's Learn Cricut Explore Facebook group, where we have a lot of fun inspiring each other with our projects and learning more and more about the machines and how to use them. And also you can follow me at scrapmequickdesigns.com or over on my fan page on Facebook, which is Debbie O'Neill Designs. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you found this useful,